Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to Mustangs TV for OUA men's hockey action here on your Thursday night. The two best teams in the OUA West do battle for the #1 spot here at Thompson Arena. I'm John Urban alongside Michael DiStefano. Mike, the Mustangs won 4-3 the last time these two teams played each other down in Windsor, and after, the Windsor Lancers eliminated these Western Mustangs in last year's playoffs, the Western Mustangs had that advantage a few years ago against Windsor many times over. Is it safe to say that this is one of the biggest rivals in OUA men's hockey between the Lancers and the Mustangs?
Well, I definitely would say so. Two top dogs in the OUA West. You mentioned it before, they play in the playoffs a few times, and it's always such a good battle.
That was Tyler Warner with Clark Singer, the head coach of the Western Mustangs hockey team, and the cadence and the composure of Clark Singer tells it all, Michael. This is the big game of the year here at Thompson Arena, arguably the biggest of the season.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the preview for tonight. You can visit westernmustangs.ca.
Luciani holds it in on the blue line, on the near side now. Kenny Bradford, big save by Dawes. The rebound is there somewhere loose, and in the danger zone, clearing it out of harm's way is Noah Schwartz. Nicely done.
Yeah, Greg Dodds made the save, but gave up the rebound.
He's going to engage with Chiminamore. Chiminamore wins that battle and has the puck. To Carente in the high slot. Glove save by Parker Van Buskirk. He had 522 saves coming in to this game, and he's adding another brick to the wall there. 5:46 remains here in the first period, and they're still trying to get the clock worked out here at Thompson.
Yeah, as we take a couple of looks at Greg Dodds standing on his head.
As I say that, the buzzer goes. 20 minutes of hockey has seen 0 goals in your marquee matchup on your Thursday night between the Windsor Lancers and your Western Mustangs, and it's a bit of a battle as you see Kyle DeCoste having some words with the officials after that period of play.
Yeah, definitely really good, solid play for the Western Mustangs going here in the second.
Both teams were shut out the last time they went onto the ice, though. The Western Mustangs lost 1-0 to the New York Lions. The Windsor Lancers lost 3-0 to the Laurier Golden Hawks, and after 20 minutes of play, neither of these teams have been able to get that monkey off their back and get a goal behind their respective opponent, and that's where we sit right now with 2 donuts here after 20 minutes of play between Kevin Hamlin's Windsor Lancers and the Western Mustangs. Quickly, we'll talk about Kevin Hamlin just for a minute here. He's actually got a very prestigious hockey career. Started coaching for these Windsor Lancers in 2008-2009. He was actually a varsity player as a goalie and helped lead his team to a CIS National Championship and was honored as a CIS All-Canadian and a 2-time OUA All-Star. When he won as the goalie of the Varsity Blues, the National Championship, guess who was coaching him, Mike? He's got your name. It was Mike Keenan. A guy that would go on to win a Stanley Cup with the New York Rangers. He also won an AHL championship and recently won a KHL championship across the pond.
Iron Mike Keenan.
And I've asked Kevin Hamlin in the past, did you, get any of your coaching styles from, and before I can even finish my sentence, no. Like Kevin wanted to make that very clear to me in the past that he didn't take anything away from Iron Mike's coaching techniques, and Kevin's got a new style of his own, and it seems to be working. He eliminated these Western Mustangs last season. The cost, he swiped at it with the glove, but unfortunately for him, they gave it up. Then Dodds with a costly turnover, saved by Dodds. It was right underneath him, and looking to the skies with Spencer Palm as he was looking for his team-leading 15th goal of the season. That would have given him a CIS leading 44 points. Not the person you want to give the puck away to, Mike.
Yeah, great.
And then cycles it down low. The Lancers had a wraparound opportunity. Instead go to Shepley. Long slap shot, and they score! Shepley with the blue line blast. Might have been tipped in front of the slot, but I doubt it. I think it's Shepley all the way, and that would be his only 2nd goal of the season for the Amherstburg, Ontario native.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic out in front. A couple of bodies fell down on the ground. Not sure if it tipped off one of them or not. And we'll take one more look and slow it down here, see if it went off of the stick. So here's Shepley with the blast. And I believe it did go off the stick there of the man in front and into the back of the net.
The difficult thing about that, though, Mike, is that Colin McDonald is right behind Beauregard. And to be honest with you, it's a matter of half inches. And you don't know whether it's Beauregard that touched it or McDonald that touched it, or maybe it straight up missed both of those and Dodds just got a piece of it, because clearly the puck moves once it gets past Dodds, as he'll cover up that long shot sent in on the ice level by Sagan. 7:53 remains here in the second period. The Mustangs looking for an answer as they trail the Lancers 1-0 here at home. The fifth-year veteran forward for Clark Singer and the Western Mustangs, veteran defenseman, I should say, who scored 9 points last season, including 3 goals and 6 assists. They have made an official change to the Windsor Lancers goal. It is Sebastian Beauregard getting the tip in from the blue line blast from Chad Shepley. That's Beauregard's second goal of the year for the Bromount, Quebec native. And that's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. So for Tyler Warren at ice level, Michael DeStefano, and yours truly, John Urban, we will catch you around for the third and final period of play on the other side. Another 1-0 lead that was scored on by Beauregard. Breakaway for Reese to tie up this game. Reese into the zone, put it wide on the glove side, then centers it out in front, they score! Matt Morantz ties it up.
They're waving it off.
On the board.
They're waving it off, John. The net came off.
Oh, wow.
So Matt Morantz does not get the tying goal. Steve Reese is obviously not happy with that. He's going to speak to the officials, but the net did come off, and Reese
I want to see the replay, Mike.
Well, Reese tried to come and stuff it into Parker Van Buskirk, and it kind of just put the moorings off. As we take a look at it, coming in slow is Reese, and you see right there,
that's right,
Van Buskirk. And when this happened,
but then to me it almost looked like Van Buskirk with his glove there looked like he was trying to put the net back on.
He did try to put it back on, but he pulled it too far and it was still off.
So, a little bit of controversy on your Thursday evening. 3:08 into the third period of play. The Mustangs thought they had tied the game off the stick of Matt Morantz, but no, not according to the officials. It's still a 1-0 game for the Windsor Lancers here on the road.
So Matt Morantz thought he had scored his 8th goal of the year, but unfortunately it got waved off.
We're looking at it one more time. This was a golden opportunity by Reese, and he just put it wide of the post on the glove side, and you see the net sort of jostle up, but it's this motion right here as we just miss it there. As I thought that, Van Buskirk's reaching back to put the net back on, and while he's doing that,
he brought it far just a little bit. You see
right there. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. He didn't put it back on its moorings. Morantz buried it, and right away Van Buskirk wisely looked at the official to say, did you know that the net was off? And that allowed the officials to say disallowed goal. Talking about Kenny Bradford just for a second. He's vital. Not only is a power play specialist, he kills off penalties for Kevin Hamlin. As I mentioned, he's a third-year defenseman, led all Lancer Blue Liners with 10 goals last season, 8 via the power play and 5 assists for 15 points. He had 192 regular season games for the St. Catharines Falcons in the GOJHL prior to joining Windsor. And as I've mentioned an awful lot throughout this broadcast, his captaincy was handed down to Luke Karam of these Western Mustangs.
Also getting it done on special teams.
Well, and yours truly, Johnny Urban, taking you through the action. Bradford bumps with Reese, but Reese still got it into Lancer territory. 2 Western Mustangs trap the puck in. It's DeCoste to Morantz. Morantz, nice move, saved by Van Buskirk. He had Reese right there for a rebound, but the Western Mustangs still trail 1-0.
And we'll send it down to Tyler Warren at ice level.
And he allows it to go over to Bradford. Bradford trying to one-time it back to Luciani. It's intercepted by Schwartz, who's already got 1 short-handed goal in the season. Schwartz spins around, pad saved by Van Buskirk. It was the right pillow denying Noah Schwartz, looking for his second short-handed goal of the year.
And that was
and then goes right back into his net. Paul Ridge gets tangled up, and you know what? I don't think the Mustangs have enough time. Greg Dodds eventually comes out of his net. 10 seconds remains. Reese into the zone. Reese to the trailer and Schwartz. His slap shot misses wide. Loose puck was there. It's bouncing away and it goes wide of the net. Cleared away by the Lancers, and they hang on for the 1-0 lead on your Thursday evening. Parker Van Buskirk gets another shutout. Greg Dodds unfortunately suffers the 1-0 loss for the second straight game.
So 2 straight goalless games for the Western Mustangs. Clearly they're going to have to try and regroup and come back and try and pick it up offensively, but just an untimely penalty from McKee.
I thought Schwartz could have tied it up right here, but getting flashy with the pads was Parker Van Buskirk. There were plenty of opportunities late in this game. These were the dying seconds, and the puck just did not bounce Western's way.
Kirkham, 2 straight games. The Western Mustangs fall 1-0.
So, For Michael DeStefano, Tyler Warren at ice level, all of our broadcast crew in the studio, and all of our camera crew, it was a 1-0 final for the Windsor Lancers on your marquee matchup here on OUA TV. A reminder that Mustangs TV will be back on the air tomorrow for OUA women's hockey action as the Western Mustangs take on the Toronto Varsity Blues. Until then, stay safe, and we'll catch you around next time.